Our man shatters, king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. Now this is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
What's up everyone, this is Jared and Nick from What Cheers, and today we're doing something very special. We're doing a blind tasting of pumpkin beers. Tis the season, so we want to jump right into it.
Yeah, as you can see, we're in. We've decorated the studio.
Yeah.
Spared no expense. In full swing here. Fall is approaching quickly, and we want to jump right in and do some pumpkin sessions. Tonight, guys, we're going to do 5 different pumpkin beers. These are all non-imperial, so they're all less than 8%.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all very, on even ground, I guess. Yeah, so basically what we did, guys, is we took the 5 beers, we put them in the brown bags, we then cracked the caps open and then shuffled them around so we didn't know which one was which. Then we numbered them. So quite honestly, we have no idea which one is which.
Nope.
We do know which ones we have, but we don't know which one is which.
So we have Dogfish Head Pumpkin, we have Smutty Nose Pumpkin, we have Cisco's Pumpkin Drumpkin, Shipyard's Pumpkinhead, and Sam Adams Harvest Pumpkin.
Yep, so that's what we're working with, guys, and we're going to go ahead and get them into a glass and give them a smell, give them a taste, and then let you guys know which one we think they are and which one we like the best.
Sure. Let's jump right in.
Alright.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song. La, 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 la.
Alright, so we got all 5 of the pumpkin beers here poured, and wow, what a difference in the color. Each one is unlike the other. Yeah, so number 1 had this crazy amount of carbonation streaming up from the bottom of the glass.
Yep. I can't believe how dark number 2 is.
Yeah, number 2 is so dark. Number 5 has got a lot of carbonation.
Lots of good, probably the best head out of them all. Lots of really good lacing on that one too. Number 5.
Number 5, yep. But really, just they all have their own appearance, and this is going to be a really interesting tasting, guys. I mean,
can't wait.
This is as good as we could ask for as far as appearance goes. So let's go ahead and give them all a smell.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to go down the line and start with number 1.
Lots of spice to this one.
Yeah, lots of spice. It's like a sour apple kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I'm getting that too. Something sour about this one. I can't.
It's not even like pumpkin, really. It's like a sour apple with some, maybe like a pear. It
does have a weird, maybe unripe pumpkin. I don't know, but I get some spice. I get cinnamon. I get nutmeg. But that
one just didn't expect it.
There's something very tart, sour to that one that just stands out.
Yeah, that one's weird.
All right, let's move on to number 2.
Yeah. I'm not getting much of aroma on this one at all.
I get a little bit of spice from this one.
It smells a little bit like an Oktoberfest.
Definitely not as much spice as the first one.
The aroma on this is really weak.
But yeah, it is pretty minimal.
It's the best looking, and it's the weakest aroma.
Yeah, I was excited about this.
I hardly get anything from this. Maybe a tad of spice, but not the first one smells crazy compared to that. Number 3. That's like a brown sugar.
I don't have the best glass for the aroma on this one, so I'm going to rely a little bit on
There's
you.
not much. There's not much. It's kind of like a brown sugar breadiness to it. I wouldn't say there's much.
Not much in the way of spices on
There's
this
not
one.
much going on. It's a
You
little.
do. You get a little bit of brown sugar molasses type, but not much.
Not very inviting either, though, as far as the pumpkin beer goes.
Let's do number 4 now.
Number 4.
I don't get much of anything on this one at all.
This one has lemon. I'm getting like a lemon, like a
I can see a
dish,
little bit of
like
lemon.
a dish soap thing.
Like a bright lemon, yeah.
What the heck is going on with these beers?
Again, I still don't have a good glass for these two, but
Yeah.
for the aroma at least.
This is like so much different than I thought it'd be already.
Can I smell yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some lemon to that one.
There's lemon.
I don't know what to expect from that.
I mean, do you want to go back and smell this one again, too?
Yeah, why not, right? Oh, I get definitely get more spice on this one now. definitely get that brown sugar. It stands out
Brown
a lot
sugar,
more in your glass.
crustiness kind of from the like a pie crust type thing.
Yeah.
Let's give number 5 a smell.
This one.
Again, similar to number 4 with that sort of lemon smell.
Yeah, I'm getting something.
This doesn't smell like pumpkin though.
No, I almost get something like fruity in this one. Like almost like
Very odd.
almost like strawberry, but not really.
Yeah.
I don't know, something berry like that. Not quite pumpkin. Not quite. Definitely not pumpkin spice, like pumpkin pie spice. Wow, it's crazy how different these are. So which of these, based on the aroma, did you like the best so far? Which one are you the most excited about?
Well, for me, number 3 is the best aroma so far. These two have a lemon kind of thing going on, 4 and 5. You know, 2 isn't bad. 1 is weird on its own level. I was laughing about that.
There's just something about that one.
I don't know what the heck that is.
Going on.
But yeah, 3 for me.
For me, 3 was good. I like 3. But I kind of like 2. I get a little bit of spice to it, but nothing overpowering, which I want, unless it's maybe an Imperial Pumpkin. I don't want anything too overpowering.
Right, and these are all non-Imperials, so...
And I get a little bit of pumpkin from this.
yeah, it's nice.
It's very mild. I really like 3 a lot, but I think 2's number 1 for
2
me
would be
so
my
far.
second.
Yeah. Okay.
So, alright guys, well, they're warming up, so let's go ahead and get a taste on all these.
Oh, I can't wait to taste this green apple beer.
I don't know what the heck is going on.
So weird.
Wow, that one tastes really artificial.
The spices are just so strong. There's almost a little bit of sweetness.
Holy
to
crap, there's a wicked bready backbone to that that's not very pleasant.
Bready, like yeasty, biscuity bready. Not
Really,
like,
yeah, like bready, like biscuity.
Yeah, not like baked good pie
No.
kind of.
You know, it does have the spices, but it's not necessarily a nice tasting version of the spices that you'd
The
expect.
spices are too much. It's kind of watery.
hmm
Very light.
Very artificial tasting though. It doesn't taste like the real cinnamon, nutmeg, clove type thing at all.
You get a lot of spice on the aroma. You take a sip of it. You get that spice right up front for like a second, and then you get a lot of like nothing. You get kind of a little bit of that
Yeah.
like tartness. Not
Yeah.
really tart, but not much. And then you get, as you swallow it, like 2, 3, 5 seconds later, that yeasty, biscuity.
Really biscuity.
Bready notes come on.
Not what you want
Nope.
pumpkin beer to be like.
I don't get pumpkin from this at all. I just get spice.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a taste on number 2.
This one, kind of just like the smell, is very mild.
It tastes like a red ale.
It does actually.
A red ale mixed with a brown ale.
Yeah.
It's like it's definitely not pumpkin beer. To me,
No,
anyway.
I
This
guess
does not
some
come across as a
I
pumpkin
get
beer
a
whatsoever.
little bit of pumpkin beer on the aroma, not on the flavor at all. This is disappointing for me at least, because I was looking forward to this one based on the color. I was looking forward to this one based on the aroma,
Yeah.
and it fell flat for me on
This
the
is definitely
taste.
falling flat. It actually makes number 1 look a little bit better just because it has spices. This one doesn't have any spice at all.
It does remind me of a brown, like a very light brown ale. You're right. That's a good way to put it.
A brown ale mixed with like a little bit of a red ale. It doesn't really work as far as the flavors are going. Not for a pumpkin beer.
No. All right, let's jump right into number 3.
Sounds good. A lot more of the actual pumpkin taste in this one, like that squash
Yep.
is really there, as opposed to the spiciness.
Yeah.
Not much spice, a little bit.
Not much spice, just a touch, but yeah, there's definitely pumpkin notes in this one, which
It's the first one that actually has a pumpkin flavor to
Yeah,
it, as opposed to just spice or just nothing at all.
yeah,
So that's very nice, actually.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. All right, guys, go ahead and get a taste of number 4.
Wow, this is the first one that has bitterness, almost like maybe that's where the citrus is coming from. Maybe it's got hops, like maybe the hops come through.
Wow. Holy crap. There's
Yeah.
a lot of bitterness. And it's like,
Surprise.
actually, it is like a pumpkin pie spice bitterness,
You
too.
think so?
But it isn't actually that
I get a little bit of citrus to this one again, so
that lemon that was in the nose,
it's coming through again.
oh, it's finishing really better.
Right?
It's not actually a nice...
No.
I mean, it's not really a pleasant finish, to be honest with you.
it's not what I want from pumpkin beer, and I'm surprised to see after the first 3. So, I wasn't expecting it at all.
It's got a lemony kind of flavor to it. This is... It does have a little bit of that pumpkin pie spice in it, but it's kind of a bitter...
I get the citrus tins out.
It's a bitter finish, and it's not that pleasant. It's kind of bitter all the way through.
Yeah.
But at first taste at the front of the palate, it's okay, and then it's leaving a kind of really bad bitter.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one. Let's jump right into number 5. Give that one a shot.
Yeah, let's do it.
The last one.
Last one.
Let's cheers this one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That sounds good.
Again, this one's tart. Get some sourness to it.
It's tart. This one is tart. It has a little bit of brightness. It has a little bit of a malt backbone. There is that malt backbone.
Not much spice from this one, I don't get.
Not much spice at all. I'm actually like this is actually crazy. I'm like wondering if these are the right beers.
These sour.
It's so crazy.
Surprise! None of these are pumpkins.
Like this is seriously way more interesting than I thought it would be, because I'm actually a little bit at a loss at which one is which, and I thought I'd be able to tell them right off the bat, and I'm a little bit shocked by this tasting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and drink for a while, if you guys don't mind, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna tell you which numbers we think are what, and
which one we like the best and which one we dislike the least.
Right, and we'll give a rating of some sort for each one too. But we'll see you guys in a little bit.
I'm very confused. Very confused. I have no idea.
I agree. Okay, guys, we are back. We have come to a final verdict on everything as far as...
This was very tough, I'll say that.
This is seriously tough, and I'm, hoping I get it right. Obviously, Jared is too, but, at this point, anything's possible. This was a really more exciting than I think I expected it to be.
Yeah.
So why don't you lead and tell us what your favorite and least favorite was, and then what you think everything is.
All right. My favorite was number 3. Just one second. I think it was just very well balanced. Had a bit of spice to it, not too much. You get the pumpkin, just a touch of like tartness, which I think comes from the pumpkin. Very well balanced though. I liked it a lot. Number 1 was my least favorite. It was light. It was watery. Too overpowering on the spice. Like I said, on the taste, you get the spice right away, and then you get like nothing. You get like watery, and then you get that weird biscuity, yeasty, bready taste that we both got. So that was my least favorite. If I were to rank them 1 through 5,
from best to worst.
From best to worst,
and what they are.
So I thought number 3 was the best. Personally, I thought it was maybe Dogfish Head. I wasn't too sure. They're pumpkin, but we'll see what it is. As far as a rating goes, I gave that one a 92. My second favorite, I actually had a tie between number 5 and number 2. I ranked them both an 86. They're different, so it was for different reasons, but I really like both of them. Number 2, I thought was maybe Sam Adams' Harvest Pumpkin. And number 5, I thought was Cisco's Pumple Drunken. Again, I gave them both an 86. My fourth, or second to last, was number 4. I just didn't really like that bitterness that came with it. I thought that was Smutty Nose, and I gave that one an 82. And my least favorite, like I already said, was number 1. The only thing that's left, I thought that was Pumpkinhead, and I gave that one a 75.
Alright.
What do you think?
Well, guys, a little bit different from Jared. Not much, though. So, my favorite was the number 3, and my least favorite was the number 2.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, that is different. Number 3, as I said, is my favorite. I think it's Dogfish Head Pumpkin. I gave it a 90. Number 2, going down from favorite to worst, I guess, is number 5. That would be the Cisco Pumple Drunken. Gave that an 88. Third one for me was the number 4, which is the Smutty Nose, and that's an 80. Number 1 is the Pumpkinhead, in my opinion. These are all in my opinion. And I gave that a 70. And number 2 is my least favorite, and I'm almost positive that's got to be Sam Adams Harvest, and I gave that a 69.
Ah, very different on the ratings, but we did think the beers were the same.
We thought the beers were the same. And guys, we did everything in our power to not know what each other thought and what the beers were, so pretty interesting stuff. Yeah. Let's go ahead and see what they actually are.
There's only one way to find out, right?
That's right.
All right, let's unwrap this one. Number 1. Oh. All right, ready? This is Shipyard Pumpkinhead.
Look at that, guys. Right now, we're 1 for 1.
1 for 1 so far. You want to unwrap number 2?
Yeah. With pleasure.
Ah.
Oh, there it is, guys.
Sam Adams Harvest Pumpkin.
If we get all 5 of these right, it's going to be a magic trick.
All right. All right, let's see number 3 here. Both of our favorites.
Is it the Dogfish?
It is Dogfish Head.
Oh, look at that.
All right, number 4.
So this is probably, these two are probably
These two I thought were the toughest.
So what did I say?
You said Smutty Nose, I said Smutty Nose.
Tape this thing like...
Yeah.
We are good to go, people.
We're 5 for 5, is that what we
are 5 for 5. There's the Smutty Nose.
Oh. I will say, we got them all right, but man, that was
not
tough.
easy. Not easy, guys. And if you think you've had these beers enough and you know what they taste like, think again. Try this. It's really eye-opening. It makes you concentrate on your palate so much more. And Jared can't get this one open.
All right, number 5.
Number 5 finally came out. But yeah, guys, this is super fun to do, and actually, it's a lot more.
It was tough.
Yeah, there was.
Number 2, number 3, number 4. I wasn't sure at all, to be honest with you.
Even for me, I was
almost guessing what they were. I was pretty certain about number 1. I was pretty certain about number 5.
Yeah. So the only thing really different. I mean, we guessed the beers right, but what was different was our scores.
Yeah.
But you know, that's all personal preference. And like for instance, Shipyard Pumpkinhead is, in my opinion, not a very good beer at all. And this is like one of the highest selling pumpkin beers on the market.
Yeah.
People go nuts over it.
One of the first ones to come out.
It is kind of gross, to be honest with you.
I don't know why people are liking it so much.
I don't understand it, but you know, I can see where there's a place for it. It's very easy to drink. It's kind of watery, like it's...
I can see where there's a place. I can see why it comes out so early in the summer, because if there's any pumpkin beer I want to drink in the summer, it's this super light, easy drinking pumpkin beer.
It's like a macro pumpkin, like
it's like a Bud Light pumpkin.
They just threw a bunch of spice in it and said, "Have a nice day."
Yeah.
It's like really watery and carbonated spices. This one was actually really disappointing. The Sam Adams, I expected more from them. Not all their beers are that bad, and this one was kind of like a brown red ale. It was like not even spicy.
I mean, like I said, this one was tied for number 2 for me actually. I thought it was pretty mild, but I think it had a little bit of spice to it, just a touch of pumpkin. But yeah, it was very mild.
Yeah.
You know, the off flavors in some of the other ones turned me off more. But like I said, it was tied with Cisco for me for number 2. So.
And guys, when you get to this, I mean, it's kind of unfair, in my opinion. I mean, we did pick the 5 that were like, you know, pretty highly bought, pretty highly sought after, in this area at least. I mean, so we weren't like cheating or anything, and we picked all ones that were in the same alcohol percentage. But Dogfish Pumpkin is so good. You can just tell it's the most well balanced. It has the most flavor of pumpkin pie and pumpkin spice. And then when you get down to the Smutty Nose, this thing's bitter as hell. It drinks more like an IPA with pumpkin spices.
Yeah, it's got that lemon flavor in it.
And it has a really bitter finish.
There's bitterness all the way through.
You know, I didn't mind it, but it was in the middle for me as far as the rating goes. The Cisco for me beat it out a little bit. And you know, both of these kind of had this tartness thing going on, but this one, the only reason the Smutty Nose is down below the Cisco for me is the bitterness. You know, if you're gonna have a pumpkin beer, it shouldn't have that much bitterness in the finish as the Smirnoffs did. This one at least had the spicy character to it, and it was like a little bit tart, but it still worked.
It was a little bit tartar than the Smirnoffs, but I personally like sour beers, so I kind of enjoyed it. And again, I think that's coming from the pumpkin. I think the pumpkin contributes a little bit of sour to it.
No, I think the Smirnoffs had a better upfront flavor, but then the finish kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Too bitter. But, you know, that's what we have to say about it, guys. I think we did as good of a job as we could for getting 5 beers that were all really similar in style and in, you know, being available. So, yeah, that's what we have to say about it. We'd love to hear what you guys think if you've had these, and if you have friends,
disagree,
if you disagree, tell us, because I'd love to hear your thoughts and stuff. But you know, try this out with your friends and family. It's really
do a pumpkin or blind tasting yourself.
It's really fun. Yeah, so that pretty much does it for this tasting, guys. We're gonna be back with a Imperial Pumpkin tasting, and we're gonna do it blind again,
Just like this one,
and it's gonna be that next level up as far as percentage. And it's going to be strictly Imperial Pumpkins, and we're probably going to try to do at least 5. Some of them are embalmers, so that could get tricky, but we'll figure out a way to do that.
We'll figure it out.
And
so, this is just the beginning of the What Cheers Pumpkin Blowout.
Pumpkin Blowout.
So much stuff coming.
I mean, you're going to be having pumpkin out the wazoo in this show, all right? So get prepared and get some pumpkin beers to drink along with us while we're doing this, and yeah, we're gonna embrace this fully. So guys, very exciting. We decided to make a Facebook page. We thought it would be more interactive for all of you to come on and comment and talk back and forth with us on, rather than the YouTube comments.
And you can see what we're doing when we're not tasting. You know, sometimes we're going to events, sometimes we're just tasting.
Yeah, we'll be posting statuses, questions, updates, all that good stuff. We just think it's more interactive, and we really love it for you guys to head over there. So it's facebook.com/whatcheersbeerreviews, and there's a link right on our main YouTube page on the right side that you'll see there. So come on there and like and comment and just join us, and we'll be there with updates all the time.
Yep. Alright guys, so that wraps up this one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, reply. You know, find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter. We're everywhere, so just share it.
Yeah.
And spread the word.
Yeah, thanks for supporting us, guys.
With that being said, cheers.
Cheers to you. Thanks.
Why did I pick the worst beer to cheers?